Bitcoin and the Elliott Wave count on a daily chart from the PROFITUNITY Trading Group.
So we're looking at Bitcoin chart on a daily continuation here, and we're going to be talking about how PROFITUNITY counts the Elliott Wave, as well as looking at a couple of entry signals that were here on this daily chart, according to the PROFITUNITY Wiseman. So if we look back here, this is going to be March of 2020. We had a bullish divergent signal here. I have it marked as a BDB. Market continues on kind of slowly. You see the prices intertwined with the gator. These triangles that are green are fractal buy signals, and these are the red ones are sells. We see there was many fractal buys along the way, and then we come over here a little further and we get into this part of September of 2020. We had a couple other buy signals here, both bullish divergent Wiseman signals, and then again fractals outside the mouth, and then the market starts to take off. After doing a little research, we see that this market really had a strong push up here to what we call wave 1 of wave 3. So we're going to back this chart up a little so we can see the whole picture. And at that point, we had five subwaves completed, and then we had a small A, B, C correction, which is marked here with the small letters. After that A, B, C corrective wave, the market then again started taking off, and we had this peak here at where I have marked 3 of 3. This is also the tallest point on the AO. That lets us know the way we count Elliott Wave that is the third wave of the third wave or whatever wave we're counting. Here it's a wave 3. So after that, we have a small wave 4 pull back here, and then another 5 waves up. One of the big questions is, why is that wave 3 of 3 so important? And it's important because if we know that's just the third wave of a wave that's going to have 5 waves, we're going to have a higher high beyond that point, which indeed we did. From this point at the bottom of that small corrective wave, we had 5 more subwaves that ended this wave, impulsive wave here, in April of 2021. Now, we also had a couple of sell signals here. So these red circles are bearish divergent, Wiseman bearish divergent sell signals. We also had one over here. So many times clients may use this to exit, or if you're looking to trade a corrective wave, that might be an entry point going in the other direction. So now after we've had this 5-wave completion here in April of 2021, let's talk about this ABC correction, because that's what everybody wants to know. What's going on right now? So the first thing I like to do when I'm looking at a corrective wave is put a little Fibonacci retracement on it. So from the start of the wave to the top of the wave gives me an idea of where this corrective wave may go. So for those of you that are not familiar with Fibonacci, you can definitely do some research. But this first blue line here is where a 38% retracement would be. The red line is a 50% retracement, and the green line is a 0.618. Now that 0.618 is a very important number, both in nature, in science, and in the financial markets. We'll see that all over. It's the golden ratio. You can again look that up and get some more information. But this market retraced right to that area. Now, the question is, right, the big question, is this correction over? Typically, I would say with a market that looks like this, we need 5 waves in our C wave. And we had our peak of 3 here, right? Our third wave of that C wave is here. But the question is it over? Typically, when we have a bar or something that looks like this, that's news-driven, right? And in this case, that was news-driven. Back earlier, Tesla and Elon Musk put $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, in purchased Bitcoin, okay? And then Tesla announced or Elon Musk announced on May 19th that Bitcoin was not going to be accepted by Tesla any longer. So we saw a big fall in the market that day, quite a big move. Now, it's not the biggest move we've seen in Bitcoin through the years. It is the biggest we've seen since it's been tracked on the exchanges, right? So the exchanges started back in December of 17. So this is a weekly chart looking at that, but that was the biggest decline we had in one day. So the question is, again, is this over? So I try to look at a 4-hour chart, right? Take this down. And this is where that wave ended, the 5 of 3. And then we have our A, our B, and again, I have marked here 3 or 5 of C. So the question is that an outlier, right? If we removed that bar and looked at these lows coming down, right, we have a 3, a 4, and a 5, and I would say we have a complete corrective wave. We also had strong bullish divergent buy signals here at this bottom. So my first inclination is to say that yes, going back to the daily chart, that it's a good possibility that was the end of the corrective wave. But I always like to have an alternative when I count Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave is not an exact science, it is an art form, pattern recognition. So the alternative to this count is that if this is 3 of C, we could have an A, B, C of 4, and then we would have one more low to take out this bottom that we had here at around 30,000. So my opinion at this point is that it's starting to take off quite nicely, but it could still be part of this corrective wave. If the market retraces past that between 45 and 50,000, I would feel more confident that we are indeed in a new impulse wave and we're going to see higher highs above this high at 65. So that's all for now. We're going to check back in a week or two and see where this market is going. If you have any questions or you would like to learn how to count the Elliott Wave, please contact our office. Make it a great day.